Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English news of Bình Phước Radio Television Station and Newspaper. I'm Thu Anh presenting you top story today. Notice on coast when exporting farm produce to China. Dong Xoai City honors outstanding contributors to charity. Party leader holds online talk with the Republic of Korea president. Vietnam becomes vice president of the UN General Assembly. Bình Phước province has recently advised cooperatives and farmers about costs of cultivation areas and packaging businesses serving farm produce export to China.
Bình Phước province is currently home to in excess of 12,300 hectares of orchards, or 3% of the total area of perennial trees in the province. To enter foreign markets, the province's agricultural sector has paid due regard to building 7 cultivation areas for fruit and 6 packaging facilities with costs for exports. Local orchards have been unable to reach out to major markets due to onerous import requirements, including those relating to codes, barcodes, and origin chasing. Issuance must be sped up not only for export items but also domestic products.
In addition to 9 types of fruit that have secured permission to be exported to China, including bananas, longan, rambutan, and jackfruit, farmers in Bình Phước have expanded during growing areas and paid attention to the application of science and technology. Authorities are revising cultivation areas, while the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development is working with the Chinese side to ensure costs. Bình Phước is now preparing for the insurance of costs for dairy farms.
Bình Phước province recently kick-started the Action Month for Children, which calls on all local people to learn how to swim in a bid to prevent drownings, along with a blood donation drive.
With the theme Joining Hands to Care for Children and Speaking Up to Prevent Abuse and Violence Against Children, the Action Month for Children this year calls for joint efforts by local authorities, sectors, organizations, families, schools, and the community to build a safe and friendly environment for children. In addition to launching a campaign calling upon all people to learn how to swim, Bình Phước leaders also urge civil servants, members of the armed forces, and people to respond to the province's blood donation drive in 2022, upholding the tradition of donating blood to save lives.
Dong Xoai City is home to 26 charitable organizations, which over the years have helped thousands of poor people overcome difficulties.
Charities in Dong Xoai City, Bình Phước province, have 46 members. These members, including philanthropies, have so far helped ease the difficulties of about 300,000 people, with a budget in excess of 35 billion dong, and built 60 houses costing nearly 4.5 billion dong in total. On this occasion, local authorities have honored charities and 87 individuals making major contributions over time and who have worked to bolster solidarity and promote acts of kindness. This hopes to serve as a source of encouragement for donors, boosting their trust and sense of responsibility in charitable activities.
Now let's take a look at the top stories around the country. On the morning of the June 8th, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng held online talks with the President of the Republic of Korea, Yoon Suk-yeol.
President Yoon Suk-yeol congratulated comprehensive achievements that Vietnam has gained at the past time, including the country's increasing position in the international arena. The current leader also congratulated the success of the 13th National Congress of the Communist Party of Vietnam, when Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng was re-elected as the party chief. For his part, Party General Secretary Trọng affirmed that Vietnam attaches importance to the strategic cooperative partnership with the Republic of Korea. Chóng spoke highly of the Republic of Korea's support for the development process in Vietnam, including its assistance and cooperation in the fight against the COVID-19 epidemic. He also highly valued the role and active contributions the Republic of Korea has shown through regional and international cooperation frameworks. During their talks, the two leaders agreed to strengthen political trust and increase high-level contacts through all channels. They also spent time discussing regional and international issues of mutual concern, including the East Sea issue.
Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is paying a 4-day official visit to Vietnam at the invitation of Minister of Defense General Phan Văn Giang on June 8. The Indian guest joined in some activities.
At the Presidential Palace in Hanoi, President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc hosted a reception for Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. On behalf of the state and people of Vietnam, President Phúc welcomed the Indian delegation, stressing that the visit will contribute to promoting bilateral defense relations and make a positive contribution to the comprehensive strategic partnership between two countries. The state leaders sincerely thanked the government and the Ministry of Defense of India for providing the Vietnamese Defense Ministry with effective support and assistance in defense cooperation. Affirming that defense cooperation is a very important area of India's look-at policy, Minister Rajnath Singh wished the two sides to further tighten ties in this area. The Indian Defense Minister also briefed the host about results of his talks with the Vietnamese counterpart, where the two sides agreed to further strengthen cooperation in the time to come.
Vietnam has been elected as one of the Vice President of the United Nations, or UN General Assembly's 77th section, representing the Asia-Pacific region.
At a meeting on June 7th, the UN General Assembly elected Ambassador Sabah Korosi from Hungary as the 77th President of the UN General Assembly. Vietnam has been elected as one of the Vice Presidents of the 77th UN General Assembly, representing Asia-Pacific. Vietnam will perform its responsibility within 1 year from September 13th. During its 45-year membership of the UN, Vietnam has shouldered many great responsibilities and made many substantial and effective contributions to the largest multilateral organization on the planet. Vietnam, in its new position, will continue to make more contributions to the UN's lofty goals, settling conflicts and maintaining peace and stability for all the people of the world.
Vietnam aims to raise the proportions of the registered foreign investment flows from certain countries and territories to over 70% in the 2021-2025 period and 75% in 2026-2030.
Target is set in a 10-year national strategy on foreign investment cooperation, recently adopted by Deputy Prime Minister Pham Binh Minh. The certain countries and territories comprise those from Asia, Europe, and the US. The strategy also targets to increase the number of multinationals listed in Fortune Global 500 doing business in Vietnam by 50% by 2030. Vietnam also aims to make itself to Asia's top 3 and the world's top 16 nations in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business rankings. The strategy outlines 9 solutions to boost the efficiencies of foreign investment cooperation in Vietnam, the most notable one of which are developing innovation ecosystems, fostering supporting industries, supporting domestic firms to form joint ventures with foreign enterprises in high-tech sectors, and assisting domestic companies in properly evaluating, selecting, and receiving technology transfer from overseas.
Vietnam shipped nearly 819,000 tons of coffee overseas for more than $2 billion in the first 5 months of 2022, up over 54% year-on-year, respectively.
Alone, the country exported 150,000 tons of coffee, worth $340 million, down 4.7% and 5.4% respectively. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade's Agency for Foreign Trade, the average price of Vietnamese coffee was estimated at more than $2,200 per ton, an annual increase of 24%. The agency predicted a rising trend for coffee prices in the time to come. That is an opportunity for coffee exporters, including those from Vietnam, is said. The Vietnam Coffee and Cocoa Association has targeted an export turnover of $5.6 billion from the product in 2030.
The Enjoy Da Nang Summer Festival 2022, slated for June 11th to August 15, will give visitors a wide range of large-scale performances and special culinary programs to enjoy the country tourism industry wakes up from the pandemic hangover.
The highlight of the festival will be a series of events entitled Take Me to the Sun, the event's organizing board said at a press conference on June the 6th. The Da Nang authorities said after more than 2 years of being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, the city has issued a series of policies to support the tourism industry. The guidelines will serve to assist enterprises to resume operations, enhance service quality, and improve infrastructure. Tourism enterprises, including Sunroof, have invested in new products to increase the attraction of Da Nang destinations, such as the 450-meter-long mountain train at San Juan Bana Hill tourist area. The festival is expected to have restored the local tourism industry in the coming time, while affirming the city's position as one of Asia's leading destinations.
That's all for today on BPTV News. Thank you for your watching and goodbye for now.